What's good? We back, Motor City Sports Talk family, man. Talking some Detroit Pistons, man. I was gonna upload earlier, but I made a mistake. Trying to shoot the video a little bit too fast on break at work. But we here to trade or not to trade Andre Drummond is the question. And most people that listen to the channel already know where I'm coming from, but I'll reiterate a few of my stances on it. But Andre Drummond, I seen the other day on social media practicing a step back 3-point shot. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, he can just go. You know, at the end of the day, how can you practice a step back 3-point jumper, okay, when you can't even score consistently with your back to the basket, man? NBA is all twisted, but that's a totally different question. That's a totally different, question in itself, man. But Andre Drummond, man, I think for his personal game first, I think it'd be good for him. What is he, 22, 23, 24, to get out of Detroit? He gave it his all. He ain't no Ben Wallace. He not the spirit. He not the heart, the soul of the Pistons. He's not the defender, the rim protector. He don't bring the intangibles or tangible things that Ben Wallace brought. He's better, a little bit better offensively, but other than that, for the team, he not changing. He not making nobody better. He not bringing no energy to the as far as it's not contagious around the team. As far as the team, they can move on. Like I told you, the Pistons need to be worse. They need to be bad and build through the draft, rebuild the scouting department, get you a basketball operations guy that can make the day-to-day and the final GM move calls or the final personnel calls, and get you a coach that's going to play young players and develop young players, man. And with Andre Drummond, it ain't like he's a star defender or he's an anchor on defense or he going to be a great offensive scoring big fella. He's not going to be that. Understand that he's young. He got a long way to go. But I think personally, for his own benefit, it's good for him to get to more of a contender type team and play off another superstar. Andre Drummond, for the money that he's getting, he's not that guy. Blake Griffin, he's not that guy. Reggie Jackson, he's not that guy. None of them guys you're going to build your team around and become a NBA championship contender or even an Eastern Conference contender. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Honestly. You guys to get you some real superstar type players with some real players with some real potential. And how you find those players is via through the draft, being terrible and picking high. Because you're not going to attract the free agents that you really want. And historically, a lot of Detroit teams don't want to spend the money. And I never understood why a lot of Detroit teams don't want to spend the money. And when they spend the money, they spend it on the Blake Griffin, a guy who ain't going to get you nowhere. They spend it on the Andre Drummond, a guy who ain't going to really get you nowhere. And together, they're not going to get you nowhere. And Reggie Jackson, really not going to get you nowhere. So when they spend the money, they spend it in the wrong places. And when they don't spend the money, it don't go well. They don't know how to spend the money in these Detroit teams. But I don't understand about spending the money in the right way. And doing the logical thing and keeping and returning and good players and putting solid players and good role players around good players and great players in Detroit sports is the fact that it ain't like once you get a good product, Detroit don't come out and spend the money. It ain't like these owners ain't got the money. The Lions could be average every year and Ford Field gonna sell out. The Pistons could have a good, Eastern Conference semi team and people are gonna come watch them in the playoffs and fill up the arena for the most part. So it ain't like if you be good, people won't come still see you. People come from Upper Peninsula, anywhere, Southeastern, Southwest, Midwestern, top of the mid, to come see Detroit teams when they good. They fill it up, so it ain't no point of you not putting the money into the team. But the Pistons wrongly put the money into the team because they had an idiot in Stan Van Gundy who didn't know shit, and I think it was an inside job from somebody else who really, really hate the Pistons. To have him in position to get this job. Because he didn't do a good job. But for Andre Drummond, back to the topic, I think it's just better for all parties involved that the Pistons just move on from everybody, man. As far as them top 3 cap space guys, because you can't do nothing with them occupying all that cap. You don't have a draft pick. Nobody wants this job unless they got the free for all with this roster and they're able to break it and build it in their own mode. And it sounds like it's not the case. We know Tom Gores and Andre Drummond is close. He took him on a date with that girl from iCarly, a while ago. We know they close, but sometimes you can't let business mix with pleasure. He got to move Andre Drummond. to get some back, maybe a late first round pick or whatever, maybe a couple solid players to start clearing cap space. Got to get rid of Blake Griffin. Got to get rid of a lot of guys, man. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. You know, I like Dre, but I don't think he's going to be part of the building process in Detroit moving forward. He's not a cornerstone to a franchise, at least not to Detroit Pistons, in my opinion. But, you know, some people will agree. Some people will disagree. But it's just my opinion. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. And, you know, definitely appreciate all the love and everybody sharing and liking the videos. We got some more coming for you later on today. Probably some Lions talk or some breaking news. We on.